Morning, everyone. I'm here with my mascot, Lucy. I'm Dave Weber, and I'm the independent candidate for the U.S. Senate for 2018 in New York. And Lucy's been helping me a lot with this campaign. She keeps me up at night so I can get things done. And obviously, she's been a tremendous amount of moral support. Yes, I love you too. So I'm going to put her down so we can have a talk. Today's version of what you need to know. Hopefully, this will be a daily thing and brief. And I just want everyone to understand the dynamics of the political scene that we face today and this particular race that I'm involved in, which is for the Senate seat in the state of New York that Kirsten Gillibrand now holds as a Democrat. Now, please keep in mind there has been one non-Democrat, one Republican elected to the U.S. Senate since 1977. One. And there's a reason for that. And it can't just be because the state is heavily Democratic down in the New York City area in particular. So I just want to cover a couple of facts. First of all, briefly again about me. I'm 67 years old. I had a 38-year career managing in the private sector, a lot of experience in fixing problems, dealing with people. My philosophy in business is to take care of two particular sets of people: the customers and the employees. And if your customers are happy and your employees are happy, your business will do well. And I think President Trump is the epitome of that in his business. Prior to that, I worked my way through college at Syracuse University. I got my degree in management, School of Management, and immediately went to work and have been worked ever since. And when I retired 8 years ago, I went into volunteer service in my community with the local Little League. Now I'm the vice president. I coach 3 teams. I'm in charge of all the baseball operations and, again, a leadership role. And my wife and I are members of the American Red Cross as disaster action team members, and we're in leadership roles there as well. We've also gone on many national disasters, and one was Hurricane Sandy in 2012-13. You all remember that, especially you downstate. It was a tremendous experience. We were there 4 different times, deployed 4 times for a total of 60 days. And you couple together everything in 67 years of life experiences, including career and volunteer service. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about how to help people, how to listen. Politicians don't listen to our constituents today. They just have their own set of ideas, and most of those ideas are not theirs. They're someone else's, specifically special interest groups and lobbyists. And at 67 years old, I'm too old to be bought and paid for. That's why the establishment parties do not like people like me. They don't want me to run. Well, here I am, folks. I'm running. Now, I won't be on the ballot, but I will be running. And it's simply right in my name. Now, there's the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party with Kirsten Gillibrand. If you're not paying attention, don't watch just NBC or CNN. Look around at different stations. Fox News has been very unbiased in many respects. Everybody has their own bias, and don't let them tell you any differently. But at least Fox News gives you every angle of the story. CNN, ABC, NBC, they all spin it against Donald Trump. So no matter what he does or says, it's going to be wrong. And they're going to spin it that way. When they call a president of the United States treasonous after his speech, after the summit with President Putin of Russia, that's just outlandish. It's not what we need our media to be doing. They're not covering the news. They're spinning the news their own way, and they're giving their opinions. That's not journalism. Journalism is covering the news and letting you decide what you should think. Our college campuses are the same way. Our professors are not teaching our students how to think, they're teaching them what to think. That's not right. That's the liberal way of doing things. They want you to think their way. And I'll be doggone if I'm going to do that. No one has ever told me how to think, and no one ever will. So, yes, I'm 67. Yes, I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. And I am going to use that against the candidates because they are. Kirsten Gillibrand is a perfect example of the whatever's fashionable, I'll say it and follow it and do it just so I can get elected. She is an accident waiting to happen. She has not passed one single bill in Congress in years, not one, to help the American public. All she, Schumer, and all of the left are doing is resisting and trying to obstruct Donald Trump and trying in any way possible to bring down his presidency. Now, on the GOP side, the Republican side, they've done their usual thing and nominated a favorite of theirs who's part of the elite party down in New York City. Her name is Chelle Farley. I'm sure you've seen an ad on television from her already. She's been on Facebook. She has money. She's rich. She's been in New York City for 25 years now. So she lives the elite life down there. She was a fundraiser for the state GOP committee in New York City prior to running for the Senate. Now, I've been doing this campaign for a year now. I've traveled across the entire state. I've talked to people from Lowville to Brooklyn, from Albany to Buffalo. I've talked to people in between in the Finger Lakes, in Binghamton, everywhere I've gone, and I've talked to people and I've spoken. People have said to me, "Wow, I really like what you have to say." Well, that's because I'm one of the people. I get it. I understand what's going on. I understand their problems. There's only one person that can really help New York State, and that's somebody who understands the problems in New York State. I've lived in different sections of the state. I've lived in Binghamton. I've lived in near Oneonta. I live in Fulton, New York now, near Syracuse. I've been all over the place. I get it. How can Chelle Farley, who's spent her most of her adult life in New York City, get it about working class people? She can't. She's not a bad person, but she just can't identify with what the problems are that need to be solved. And Governor Cuomo has got to go. And I certainly hope the Republican nominee, Molinari, will take him out because Cuomo's liberal policies have got to go. They're costing us millions and billions of dollars in taxes. And that's what's keeping business from thriving in New York State. Let's talk about why I think I'm the candidate that you should vote for. Part of it I've already told you. People say, well, you're just an old man who just wants to get on and talk about himself. No, I'm not. That's not me. I want what's right. I want what's right for New York and for this country. I love the flag. I love the anthem. I love the speeches from President Trump reminding everybody the pride in our flag and in our anthem and in our country is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. We need more of that. Please open your minds a little bit. Stop just watching CNN or ABC or whatever. Open your minds a little bit and open them to other ideas, because the liberal ideas, socialism, free everything, abolish ICE, they simply are not only will they not work, they're dangerous and they're absolutely idiotic, to be quite honest with you. We need strength at the borders. We need to secure them. You know, we need to pass a comprehensive immigration reform bill. We need more tax cuts, not increased taxes. If you elect Democrats, I guarantee you, every single one of you, your taxes will go sky high to pay for all the programs that they're promising. Abolish ICE. You want to see crime rise. You want your loved ones in danger from MS-13 gangs and other dangerous criminal elements in this country, not to mention the criminal illegal aliens that are coming across the borders. And don't think they're not. The southern border is got places where they can just drive right across. There's no impediment whatsoever. We need the wall. So look, everybody, I'm conservative. Okay. I don't mind calling out the liberals who want to destroy evidence of our history by taking down plaques and statues and pushing back against conservative speakers and yelling at the cabinet at dinners. And it's wrong. It's not the right way to run things. I want to be the senator for everyone. I don't want to just shout down people who don't agree with me. That's not the American way. What happened to the First Amendment, freedom of speech? The liberals think it's okay for them, but not for conservatives. They're totally against everything that the Constitution tells us. And I'm telling you, that's dangerous. If you are a devout Democrat, you must take a hard look at what they're saying is their platform. It's dangerous, folks. Please listen to it. And then turn on Fox News or turn on some other news once in a while and get the story about other things that are going on, which we'll talk about in another segment. Yes, I am a legitimate candidate. And I'm telling you, I am the only candidate that there is that's not an establishment candidate. That's why they don't like me. That's why they made it impossible almost for me to get on the ballot. They don't want me on there. But I'm on here and I'm telling you what you need to know. And I'll be doing this every morning. I want everybody to pay attention, please. I don't know everything, but I will tell you the truth as I know it. And I'm telling you, there are dangerous things out there that are being espoused to us by the Democratic Party, and we must push back against it, just like they are pushing back against Trump and the conservatives, and they don't want that voice being heard. So that's today's segment. That's why you need to take a look at my website, Dave Weber, the number 4, USSenate.com. Look it up. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. And I'll see you tomorrow for another segment of What You Need to Know. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great day.